Oh, it's Dean here building out the leaf vac. So basically, this is the trailer, right? Normally it's yay high. Sorry if I put the new, oh, you can see it on this side easier. It says new boards, old board. So as you can see, I just stuck these on last night. It got kind of late because I just had help, so I wanted to get them up here because then I can fiddle with them. Like I did a bunch of stuff. So right now what I just did, I just cut out notches to fit this piece because it's a little bit low. Same thing on the front. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put boards on this other side to help hold up, so it doesn't fall back, and then unscrew it, let it fall down so it's flush, because if we leave that gap in there, leaves are going to shoot out that gap, which is a pain. I mean, even on that side, there's going to be some leaf, leaves coming out, but not a lot. I'm not really worried about it, but this side, definitely. And then I want to go up one higher, as you can see. So I'm going to do that on both sides. And then we got to build the front up. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I'm going to set up a time lapse so you guys can see what I'm doing. See you soon. The awesome tripod of the day. So I'm gonna put the phone right there and let it lean. So just finished up getting this gap closed. As you can see, looks mint. I mean, there's a little space up there, but nothing I'm worried about. Again, and then over here, you can see that on this side, these are gonna come out because if we leave them in, when we try to dump the leaves like literally they'll all get stuck like diagonally that way from the point. I don't know why, but the leaves just get stuck on anything. They can have an excuse to get stuck on. So yeah, gonna pull those out. Gonna get this second board mounted up here, the other board mounted up here, and the back one mounted up there. Just got this side done up. As you can see, it's relatively straight. Didn't measure anything because I'm only breaking out the tape, but just kind of lined it up on this side, lined it up on that side, got the third one on there. Now I just got to do the other side, cut some stuff. Might break out the tape for this one, but yeah. So I'll show you this. Got this side finished up. Actually, it's not done yet, but because the way this is sitting right now, like it has to have, this side was, or this one was pre-built, like it was already like this from last year. I just kept it unscrew the top two boards because it just had the one board. So now I had to add this third board on this side because we're making it taller this year because we want to hold more leaves. And I don't want to do this tarpy thing on the top. It just looks like a pain. So we're doing it on over here as well. And then I'm going to do like halfway up from like, just like these two, I think, in the middle, and those two. I don't need to go all the way back down, I don't think. And then that's the front. I'm about to do the front right now. This front here, about to build the boards up in the front. That really helps with stability, so gonna make sure it's wide. For looks, last year I did trim the corners of these off. That was dumb. That was not my brightest move ever. Just, in the summer, I was like, oh, I'll make it look nicer and make it look a little cooler, which it does, but like, no, it's a word, it doesn't matter. So anywho, I'm going to be building these up. Really helps with the structure. And then we bought some extras because I didn't count right, which is fine. But I think I'm going to put one over the top to really hold the front together. So like a 2x12, so it's going to be 2x12 here, and then 2x12 here, and then one flat across the top. And then in the back, I think for our gate this year, we're going to do like a hinge tailgate thing. So I'm going to put one across the top back here to hold it together, give it some structure too, because I don't know if you saw how much these things like wiggle just a ton back and forth, especially when you're driving. And I mean, I'm not worried about the boards breaking or anything, but if it could not wiggle and just be a lot more solid, that'd be awesome. Because yeah, so we'll see how this goes. I'll catch up with you guys after I put the front on. that was a lot of work, but you know, we're pretty much done with the basic frame of the trailer now. So I'm just gonna walk to the front and see. So we just did this section in the front here, put that top board on, super stable on the front. Like, this thing does not shake at all up here. In the back here, obviously we don't want to put a board across the back, like facing like this, because it'll catch leaves behind it. So like facing like that one is on the inside. So we have the board across the top that I've been kind of working off of. Have this back plywood here. Reason why is we had the double doors last year. Did not work very well. They kept falling off. It was a pain to get a line. It was a pain to hold them shut. Terrible. So this, even if somebody has to stand back here and hold it up while the leaves dump out, I'm totally cool with that. It's gonna make it way easier. Over here, you know, same difference. We just screwed all these sideboards in. This is the one that are complete, so there's no extra, like just straight up and down. And then coming up on this side, same exact thing. And then just to show you what the top looks like, we use those hinges are not as big as I wanted them to be. They're a little smaller than what they should be. But I thought we were gonna try the double doors again, but then I had this idea for like the dump truck gate type of door, and I think it's gonna be way easier. So yeah, now we just gotta get that guy set up and ready to rumble. So let's do that. Live to see if we can get this thing started. So gas is off, gas is on. Should check the oil. It would appear there's oil in the engine. It did just get serviced, so I expect that there would be, but gotta check. And then on switch is back here, so now it's on. And there should be a choke somewhere. I feel like it's like a little pull. The throttle's on this side. The choke, I believe, it's like a little pulley. Oh, there we go. Yes, that's the choke. And then out is choke, in is not choke. And then down here, where my hand is, that's the throttle. So we'll start it with a little bit of throttle on there. The choke is pulled all the way out. Let's see if this Briggs will start. Choke, choke, choke. What do you know? First try. I myself am I am thoroughly impressed that this thing started up. So good on it. Good on it. Is get this thing, find a way to get this up there, and so it doesn't fall off and scrape on the road or get run over again. And you know, some bad things happen to it already. So plus the tubes are kind of expensive, so I don't want to ruin that either. This thing hooked up. The hardest part about it was actually finding the equipment to do it, finding the bungees and stuff, and the hose. I mean, I knew where it all was. I had to get down and everything. So we got two bungees holding this front piece on here. This is held on by the safety chains for the doors, because it's still holding the doors together. The whole thing actually kind of does. And then this chain that we use, the long chain to hook the door on the other side, this thing is also holding it up. And then this little top piece just kind of swings back and forth while we drive. But it's got a little reflective tape. This whole thing, we have put out reflective tape on it. And then, yeah, you should be able to see the lights fine, which is good. So there's the light one there. Second light, the bottom lights on the trailer don't really matter that much, but I think you can see them too. And then, yeah, I was lucky enough, check this out, to find these massive hinges. It's huge. So I'm going to try to get like 2 of these on the top of there, and that way we're golden for hinges, and we don't have to worry about anything. So, yeah, I'm going to do that, and then this project is just about wrapped up, which I'm stoked about. Leaf season, here we come. box is done, minus the tarp on the top. We need to get a couple more washers for it. But yeah, let me give you a quick walk around. 0.5 for this one. Here's this side. As you can see, you know, this trailer I think is, I think it's like 3 feet plus another 3-ish feet. So it's like 6-ish feet tall, a little less because they're, you know, they're 11.25-inch boards, but whatever. So, you know, got tall box I can stand up in there comfortably. Not that tall either, but whatever. So coming down here, you see it's, this is what they're all gonna look like, is that little washer thing. But as you can see on some of them, I don't have them. So that's why the tarp's not held down perfectly. Over here, you know, you can see, got the boards running up and down. Switch coming over to the other side. We have a couple more boards because, like I said, these are old. That one's new on the top. Tarp's a little hanging off. Coming down to the back here, we got this plywood here. It is thinner just so it's easier to hold. It's just got to hold leaves back. You know, it's held in by the bottom here. We went low, easy, simple design. Nothing crazy. I think that, like I said, the tarp's not held on. But then back here with the leaf vac, you know, we got 2 bungees, chain, and then it's chilling. There's obviously the hole I cut for it. What we're going to be doing is actually, I'm going to get more chain like this. So custom length of chain where one end, probably the top end, so it doesn't drag. The top end is permanently hooked, and then all they have to do is lift it up and clip the bottoms. And that way it's really obvious. Probably paint them the same color, so that way it's super obvious. Switch, like, you know, red, and then, or like, you know, red, and then red, and then green, and then green, and get chains that are that length, so that way it stays perfect, because the bungees get lost. Like, we go through like 40 bungees a year with this thing. So yeah, that's it for this one. Thank you so much for tuning into this one. I know it might be boring for some people. You know, I tend to like the business side of things, but I had a lot of trouble building leaf boxes when I first started, so I'm hoping that this helped you build yours or gave you some ideas for yours in the future. I'll let you know how that works throughout the season. The top gate thing is a test. We might have to add something that helps it open or whatever. I don't know, but I'm liking it so far. It was definitely easier to build than last year because I've done it before and required a lot of crawling around. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you want to see in the future, and I am off to ride my sweet ride back to my house. So thank you so much, and have a great rest of your day. See ya.